Hello and welcome back to the mix-up. Today we're going to be doing a reaction to Tom MacDonald's Snowflakes. It's his new video. It's I think number 4 on trending right now.
Wow, everything he's dropping is just popping.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to watch. Like I couldn't wait. I knew we weren't available to record. I couldn't wait. I listened to it already, and he hits hard on a lot of points on this song. So let's get right into it.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie
Hold
to
on,
all
hold on,
of
hold
us,
on,
it's called
hold on,
being a
hold on.
politician. You think taking guns away?
Did he just drop the beat and go right into it?
Yeah, beat drop right into the lyrics.
Okay. Let me find out you listening to what I'm saying.
And not only that, but the first line is just he goes right in to subject.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician.
When you lie to the government, they put you in prison.
Right.
When they lie to us, it's called being a politician.
That's real.
He's coming in hard right off the bat.
You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings? But you're pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America
Ooh, yo, I always thought about that too. Like, gun violence and stuff like that, and then worried about lives being lost or whatever, but it being illegal to just kill a life before it's,
Before it even
life
has a
is
chance.
life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
That's true. It's the Americans that complain the most about America, where you have foreigners like trying so hard to
come over here
and like waiting so long. Like some of my friends that immigrated from other countries have waited some time
to come over
before
here.
they were able to even come.
And I just feel like that's crazy because like I've seen so many flags being burnt overseas in different countries over hating America, but at the same time, so many people want to come over. It's just so ironic. Like, it's just everybody hates what they have, and everybody loves what's foreign. Like all the way down to relationships, people cheat because they're tired of what they have, and they take it for granted, and they want something foreign. Everybody wants like something that's unknown, and then when the mysteries out of it, it's not enticing anymore.
I almost feel that we should take some Americans and put them on a plane and have them go take a little vacation in like a third world country where it's really hard to live. And because the ones that you see doing the most complaining are the ones that live this lavish lifestyle where mommy and daddy takes care of everything for them, and they're complaining about America.
Yep.
Oh,
That's a transgender right there?
yeah.
Wow. Could have fooled me.
Yeah, that's I think her name is Blair White or something. She's a Republican transgender.
Wow.
And but did you hear that he said about the pronouns, like
feelings, he, she, his, him, hers, them, they, screw a pronoun, cause everyone's a retard these days. Hate's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white, they preach.
How do you be less white?
That's an actual thing. Coca-Cola sent out a memo to their employees saying
That's real?
Be less white. Yeah, I don't know how you can be less of a color.
Wow. Yo,
Like, be
this
less
world
white.
is crazy right now.
Like,
That's
and think about that,
saying
like
that right there.
And the thing is like, what if the same company put out a memo saying be less black?
Right.
How racist does that sound? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, how can you even be less white?
Yeah, it's almost like with the stuff that's going on today. It's like white man is being outcasted, thrown the lashes, like, socially.
Yeah.
And it's like people feel that they deserve it because of what white man has been known to be doing or whatever. It's like weird. It's like so much change is going on and so much is happening in our country, like from gay rights and hate towards white male, the loving of the black culture while still being brutalized and murdered. It's upside down. It's bugged out.
The whole system is just...
It's really at a weird point right now, yeah. But I'm saying, like, just the state of it where it is right now, even as a system, knowing how long we've been living in the system and how long it's been around, it just seems to be at a weird place right now. Really weird.
Very weird. You notice that every time there's a presidential election, the Democrats, we love the black people. We
want their votes.
You can't go vote for a Republican. Like Joe Biden even said, it was, I mean, like if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Like
right, that was crazy.
Is that not the most like racist statement? Like right there, like. Who are you?
I'm trying to do for y'all people.
Who are you to say what I can do? It should be people's mentality, you know?
For this country and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans. Black folks and white folks.
That's true too, yo. Like the veterans are just like, they gotta be like the people who have like mad injuries, like lost limbs and stuff like that, have to feel like, you guys as a people, even if they're getting help from the government, like money and stuff like that, but socially, it's like...
Oh, and I have friends that are veterans that get their health care from the VA, and like it's like pulling teeth sometimes to get things done at the VA.
This song is dope because he's going on a different tangents and releasing and talking about things, different matters that people don't get to say. Like a veteran, like if he says it and screams that out loud, nobody's gonna hear him or give a damn. But this guy's famous and he's touching on these points, so it's like each line is like hitting. It's like a voice of someone that's voiceless. Like that's what I like about this song. Like
divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and folks and white.
Did you hear that?
Divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue.
He said, black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. And it's true because the media tries to turn anything and make it racist.
Right.
I mean, they even like to the point of where if a black person disagrees with their opinion, they're calling them like a race traitor. It's like that's how far they go.
It's division, divide and conquer.
To try and divide.
Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Because honestly,
see, this is the part. What is it? It's the Snowflakes. Like, well, I'm getting confused. Like, because he's like pointing the finger, like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ashamed? I'm ashamed too, because y'all so fake. Sounds like he's like.
I think he's
outside of himself, he switches like narrative almost like, and it's almost like coming off as sarcasm or I don't know.
Well, he's coming at all the Americans that are like pampered and don't know, like do you see like, for example, you see like people that are like white people that are calling other white people racist and just saying, well, if you're white, you're racist. I mean, or the like. A prime example is you got a bunch of white liberals saying it's racist to have ID laws for voting. To me, that's saying that you're the person that thinks that people of color or black people can't go and get an ID. So what they're saying is, by saying that, you're saying you think that those people are below you, they can't go get an ID.
Right.
Like, I mean, have you ever had a problem getting an ID? Do you know anybody that doesn't have an ID?
I know a lot of people who don't, but it's on them.
It's on them. They know where to go get it. Right. It's not like it's hard to get.
Right.
It's not racist to require ID for voting. Like, that's something that most Americans have is an ID.
Right.
You know, it's not hard. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
It just seems like he's talking about us as a people, including himself, because he lives in America, and y'all are so fake is more like
Y'all are snowflakes.
Y'all are snowflakes is more like we are snowflakes. Like, he's doing what he's always done to me, which is like be a voice for us, but as a part of us. Like standing in the crowd amongst people,
like basically
and you're
saying,
on this team, and they're like, "Come on, guys! Like, let's step our game up." But he knowing that he's a part of this, and so he's taking a stand for us to make us stand up, because he's tired of the way that we look. Like, we have a bad look. So
yeah, I can see what you're like saying. Look, America, why are you being like this? You shouldn't be like
something that someone else from another country or someone else, like for instance, if it was pep rally, like, oh, I'm a freshman. And you're sophomores, and it's like, look at the freshmen. But this is like a freshman looking at his class of freshmen, like, come on, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he's speaking to us while being a part of us. And that's what I like. I feel like that's what he's always done. Every video you've shown me, he's attacked socially, but appearing and writing it in a way where he's not a part of it, but knowing that I'm American too. Like, I'm a part of this too.
Yeah.
I'm writing it outside of us. Like, you know, I think that's what I like the most about Tom as far as his writing.
Well,
his ability to do that.
And well, I think part of his ability to do that comes from, immigrating here himself from Canada and being
an outsider already, looking at us
looking at us from the outside, and then being here looking from the inside of what's going on.
I'm gonna
here.
fix this shit from the inside out.
Yeah. Oof, they set us up to fail and build an ammunition store across the street from a liquor store.
Yes, that is their style. Yep.
And it's so true. It's so true.
Shop across the street from a liquor store. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole.
Yes, and I definitely want to speak upon that, because I agree with that. You know, I feel like, with all these female rappers and female empowerment, I appreciate it, and it's long overdue, but I feel like with the rappers at the top of the influence, they're misusing that, and they're encouraged, because it's one thing, it's one thing for men to be hoes, you know what I'm saying, but women, really, you can't have sex with a woman without a woman giving you consent. So, like, if women are just being hoes in general, and there's no innocence anymore,
and being encouraged,
we're in trouble. Yeah,
by these people that are in the limelight, like spotlight on them. I mean, look at what the #1 song was a few months ago, WAP.
Right. Exactly.
Like how does that become the #1 song?
Exactly.
Like, that is like
I had a chick hit me on social media not too long ago, and her approach was, "Can we?" And I'm like, that's something a guy would say.
Yeah, that's not the average.
And I found myself feeling like,
whoa.
You don't want to just take me out on a date first? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like the whole situation was just reversed. It was so awkward. Wow. I felt less of a man than her. I felt like I was less aggressive. I was thrown off, like, it was just crazy, and I'm just like, wow, this is the state of the world today, like, and the chicks is coming around doing like that, disease, all that, it's just all over the place, and it's already crazy, but if women kind of lose self-respect and are proud of it, then it's just a wrap, the world is lost,
Yeah.
So I appreciate that line when he said that, and like I said, it's just touching on things that people aren't saying, because how come none of these rappers are coming out with songs saying like, yo, I'm tired of hearing these songs about, like, I want to hear a rapper that is known for talking about ass, stripper poles, cash, say that he's tired of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because, like, somebody needs to be responsible. Tom MacDonald is great because he's doing that, but he's not going to make the impact of someone who is in the game and respected for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's only so far that he can go, and that's why I was like, he's got to change up his music so it can bleed into those different realms, because he's known for being conscious, and the people don't want to hear anything conscious, but they will be forced to hear something from someone that they already respect.
Oh yeah, of course.
With a different message. And nobody's going to do that, because why would they want to change somebody's mind state from being a hoe, doing drugs, being on a stripper pole, like,
and making the money.
Like, I'm not trying to save hoes, is what they saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole. Screw
See?
it, I ain't tripping. I don't mean to be mean, but if our children are the future, then our future is bleak. They take an Adderall to focus, hit McDonald's to eat. They're addicted to phones and they take Xanax to sleep.
Ooh.
That is
Too much truth in this, y'all.
Yeah, every line in that
Every line, it's like some Kelly Wu
bar
joint.
was
Yeah,
like,
this is how Kelly Wu rhymes was.
And the thing about the phones, like we work at a place that at night basically turns into a nightclub, and you see this younger generation, they're on their phones while they're dancing, they're on social media, posting pictures. They're so addicted to their phone that they're being antisocial at the social place on social media.
Now imagine the DJ at the club dropping this song.
I'd love to see it.
And people are on their phones and they're like,
I would love to. I would be the DJ to drop this at the club.
and it would make people clear the floor.
It would.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it would, because they would be like, I don't want to hear this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he doesn't have a chance. And even though he's big, it's the people that are following him are, they're people who can appreciate the trap, but really know it's real. But the same people that are following him, because he's obviously got a following, because he's definitely huge, but the same people that are listening to them don't think that they're not in the club dancing to the shake your butt, and just, you know what I'm saying? They're probably tired of it, but most people aren't going to admit that this is what we need. Even the people that you know what I'm saying?
Most people won't.
They when you go to the club, it's a time to not think and just be like, yeah, let's take pops in. I don't care. It's just fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's why it's gonna be hard for stuff like this to surface. It's gonna be for the already conscious and already awake. But that's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough to make a difference. You gotta get those who are stuck in this lifestyle that's killing them, and the people that are putting out this music it's the music for the theme music of their demise. It's the theme to their demise, you know what I'm saying? And they're addicted to it and they love it, you know what I'm saying? And it's brilliant, and I love Tom MacDonald that you're doing it, because it's so needed. Public Enemy, Tom MacDonald, like all that stuff is needed, but it has to be more than just a conscious message. It has to it has to lure them in, just like the evil that's lured them in.
And the thing is that the people that his message should be getting to are the same people that would listen to it and just be like, oh no, he's not conscious, he's just being a racist and a homophobe and a this and a that. And they're so worried about that and thinking that way that they're not even
seeing the real
message.
Seeing
what his words actually are.
Yep.
And that's another. It's true. It's like you've been playing basketball for years. You can wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, I feel like a woman, and go join, say, the WNBA, and become, probably crush most women, and because that day you woke up and said, geez, I feel like a woman, they want somebody that can do that to just be. I mean. Granted, trans people don't have their own sport, leagues.
Right, so it's confusing.
But it's like you can't have somebody that's genetically a male going up like, go do you, be you, but don't throw you on everybody else.
Right, that's not the answer to just put, transgender male, female into one or the other group. You should just have another league, just like how you have people who are handicapped in the league, a basketball league, all wheelchair. Like, you don't have someone that's just doesn't have a wheelchair just playing with them.
The people that complain about it, that want them to be in the same leagues, they would complain even more if they tried to do that.
Exactly, because it's about rights. So you got one type of people that are like, that's not fair, and then the other people are like, you're just you're feeling sorry for me, and they don't want that. Like, you have women that are like, I'll kick a man's butt, like boxing, basketball, like whatever, like, because talent is talent and heart is heart. But you know, at the
at the same time, you can't force that
Exactly.
on
You can't just be
the
like-
women that don't want that.
Right.
You know.
Right. Contradiction. for
That
real.
is, I mean, he started off the song with saying that there's so many contradictions, it's unreal, and
he just laid them
and
all
he's just
out.
listing them all out. He just dumped them out of a bag, like
It set the tone for the whole thing, and he was like, "Look, I'm gonna show you."
and
Like,
it's
brilliant.
true, and like that right there with the you know, sit there and complain about capitalism, and then Apple is like the worst offender of like you don't own your own stuff anymore. Like
Right.
you buy an Apple something, you have to bring it to Apple to have it fixed because you know Apple is the biggest. You know they go against the right to repair. Like you can't repair your own stuff, and it's like what?
Yeah, you're not
Didn't
gonna
I
make
buy
money.
this?
Yep.
You know, and
Like,
then
we're not gonna make money if you repair it. Like,
Yeah.
come to us to repair it.
yeah, and
Cars
then
are
when
like
you
that.
bring it to us to repair, we're gonna tell you it's too old and you gotta buy a new one.
You can't really blame Apple. You can blame the times, and Apple is just the nicest at the times because there's so many companies that are.
Oh,
doing
yeah,
that.
I
It's
mean-
what they have to do because if they make a durable product, they can't make money anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're not going to resell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was one of those phones that was just like durable,
But-
the fucking the text. The Nextel,
The Nextels,
whatever, you
the
could
old
drop it from
Motorola
the
Next-
Empire
yeah.
State Building and go downstairs and like pick it up and use it.
And you know, it is those people that complain about capitalism that are the biggest users of Apple.
Right.
The biggest
So it's a
users of
huge
Apple.
contradiction.
Supporting what you stand against, you don't think you are, but a Percocet addict don't donate money to pharma.
Oh. And then he goes even further and hits it even more on the head. With, they don't think that they're supporting what they're against, but they are.
Right.
And then he goes, a Percocet addict doesn't donate money to pharma.
Yep.
Oh, this one. I mean, he's already blown up the internet again. You know, it's his last couple songs are.
A Percocet addict don't donate money to pharma. Damn, dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth. And the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. You're ashamed to be
Ooh,
American.
I love that.
Okay, that's
I love that because I'm a truther. You know, I like to speak the truth. I like to deal with the truth. I like to deal with people who are overly honest. You know what I'm saying? And most people I talk to and have dealt with that are truth and about truth and truth seekers, they're just hated for that. And they're just like, you know, it's like they feel like paranoid even, like they can't, because we're surrounded by lies and people who are more comfortable with lies than the truth. Like, you know, so it's like you're an alien at this point in time where, you know, you're a truth person of truth and about the truth and like talking about the truth, talking to someone else. It's like talking to someone who speaks another language almost, like, you know what I'm saying? So that hits home right there.
And Royce the 5'9" actually referenced Tom in a verse of one of his new songs that he was featured on. And he said, tell Thomas MacDonald that I don't agree with everything he says, but thanks for speaking the truth.
Word.
Because he really does speak pure truth.
You can tell it's honest too, that it's honest feeling and from his heart, and that this just is not just entertainment. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's edutainment.
Yeah.
right there, he changed the narrative again. Like he went to we. That's where he sounded like all of us. This is something that we're all dealing with. But before he was like, y'all, and then that verse right there, he was like,
what he said. I mean, I think what a lot of people don't get, like with Tom's message, is he's basically telling America as a whole to wake up and realize what's really going on.
I just like the way that he talks to us, like he's not afraid to reprimand his own, like a parent, like supposed to be, like how we supposed to do for our children.
And
like, you know what
he
I'm saying?
mostly
like,
attacks like his generation and the generation
afraid.
right
it's
underneath
tough
him.
love. It's tough love. He's delivering his voices of tough love to his people.
Yeah.
And it can sound like he hates America, but he loves it enough to speak the truth. That's real love. You know what I'm saying? Most people, and even in their relationships, they lie to their partner, and they think that they're loving their partner. You know what I'm saying? But tough love is the best love. Honesty, you know, telling people like, yo, you got a booger on your nose, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that out of there, man. Like, you gonna be talking to these girls with boogers in your nose, man? Like, where a fake friend is gonna be like, look, he's got a booger. Oh, he's talking to the girl right there. Ah. That's fake, you know, that's not a real person in your corner. So this person, if he was just like, you know, girl, you look fly, I wanna give you some money, that's fake.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's telling you, he's putting a mirror up in your face of the face of the Americans, telling us how we look. That's real love, yo.
Yeah.
Oh no, the forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can make us see it your way. No way. Guess it's
But the thing that he does best, which is at the third verse, which reminds me of how brilliant he is like he's like got an intro, which is how I was taught to write in English class. You know, you have a topic verse, you have a body, and you have a conclusion. And the conclusion, he reminded us that, look, I'm American too.
Yeah.
Because he was using we so heavy in that last verse.
Yeah.
But in the first two verses, it was like, y'all, like, this is whack, the way y'all be like this and like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's brilliant writing, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's not going to see it as deep. But, you know, hopefully he'll find a way to cross over, you know. Congratulations to all the fans that have found Tom MacDonald, you know, because we deserve it as people. Because he's probably the only person that's speaking conscious like this, like, and bringing back conscious.
And speaking the truth.
Yeah, social views and, you know, hip hop. So this is needed so much. It's been so long since hip hop had this, probably, like I said, like late 80s, early 90s, when conscious rap was embraced by 90% of the social realm. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it looks like he's trying to bring it back. So congratulations for that, Tom. As far as, for even getting as far as you got, you know what I'm saying? If you don't cross over into pop, you're heading in that direction. But even if you don't, you've embraced so many people, and you're giving them food for thought. You're giving them hearty meals, like, for their mind. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, yo. We need it so bad as a people.
We do, and I think I'm gonna take this song. This song needs. I'm gonna do a mashup of this one too, like I did the last one. I'm definitely. I thought about it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
This one I'm gonna do drum and bass.
And for those who don't know, he mashed up another one of Tom MacDonald's joint, and I came over here.
Yeah, I did
a
future house remix to No Lives Matter. This time I'm gonna do a drum and bass remix.
I loved it because we had just
Snowflakes.
talked about it in a reaction, and I was like, yo, he needs a different beat behind there, not just necessarily a hip hop beat or a beat that I like. It's just a beat to help his lyrics cross over into a different crowd. He's not going to be able to go into, it's got to be one of his songs that don't go as deep as he does in these. It's got to be something a little bit lighter, but still conscious, but a little bit lighter with a dance groove. And I feel like that'll introduce him to a different audience of people who might not want to hear nothing conscious, and be surprised and being like, this is refreshing. You know, so that's what you're looking for.
The song I have in mind to mash up with this is actually like a drum and bass track from '97 called "The Mother Effin' Real," and in the one I was like, "How do you feel getting hit with the mother?" And this is hitting him with the real.
Yes, because he's got real content.
And I think that
it'll be a good mashup.
Good mashup. I'm gonna get working.
Good mix up.
Good mix-up. Good mix-up. Till next time, this has been The Mix-Up.
Peace.